The night had swallowed everything in darkness. The moon hid behind the clouds, making the forest even more terrifying. In the middle of the dense woods, an old woodcutter, Rahmat, was chopping a tree with his axe. This forest was considered cursed. The elders of the village often warned that an evil spirit lurked within, preying on anyone who dared to enter after dark. But Rahmat never believed in such tales. The wind howled through the trees, rustling the leaves. Suddenly, a faint sob echoed through the silence. Rahmat stopped his axe mid-air and looked around. Sitting on a rock nearby was a young girl with long jet-black hair covering her face. "Child, what are you doing here in this forsaken forest?" Rahmat asked. The girl slowly lifted her head. Her deep, mysterious eyes glowed in the moonlight. She gave a soft smile and said, "I lost my way." "Can you help me?" Rahmat felt pity for her. "This place is not safe, my child. Come, I'll take you to the village." The girl nodded and quietly followed him. But as they walked, the forest seemed to stretch endlessly. The darkness deepened. The trees looked taller, their twisted branches reaching out like clawed hands. Then Rahmat noticed something odd. He could no longer hear the girl's footsteps. He turned around and his blood ran cold. The girl was floating in mid-air. Her face had twisted into something monstrous. Her eyes were hollow and black, her mouth curved into an unnatural, sinister grin. "Rahmat!" Her voice echoed as if 1,000 voices spoke at once. "You have cut down too many trees. Tonight, you shall be cut down." Rahmat stumbled back, but his feet wouldn't move. He felt paralyzed. Suddenly, the axe in his hand lifted on its own, as if controlled by an unseen force. The girl's fingers elongated into sharp claws as she glided closer. Her icy touch crawled across Rahmat's face. He tried to scream, but his voice was gone. In an instant, the axe swung with a horrifying force, slashing through Rahmat's neck. Blood sprayed across the trees as his head rolled to the ground. His lifeless body crumpled beside it. The girl bent down, picking up his severed head. Her wicked smile widened. Then, as if she had never been there, she disappeared into the darkness of the forest. The next morning, the villagers found Rahmat's headless corpse near a withered ancient tree. But there was something even more horrifying. The bark of the tree had a face embedded in it, Rahmat's face. From that day on, no one dared to cut trees in the cursed forest. For those who did, never returned.